Hi everyone, Sam McKay from Enterprise DNA here. Just want to give you a bit of an intro into the next event, the next Enterprise DNA event as part of the Enterprise DNA webinar series. Now, this one is titled Detecting and Showcasing Outliers in Power BI. Now, why create a webinar or a workshop, a free training workshop session based on outliers? Well, outliers are an essential part of analytics or analysis, understanding why you're receiving outliers and what's causing those outliers is a big determinant in the success of an organization, or even a huge factor in what brings down results within a particular data scenario or within an organization. So being able to, I guess, detect them, being able to understand what is considered an outlier, but then also understanding the drivers of what causes those outliers, or is what is making up those outliers, is also equally as important. And that's what this workshop is all going to be about. Now, within this reporting solution that I've developed, there's a lot of complexity sitting in behind here, and that's the exciting thing that I think you'll really enjoy if you come to the webinar. I will leave the registration page in the link in a link below in the description, so certainly check that out if you want to actually come to the event. But let's have a look at the functionality of what we've got here. So within this scatter chart, what I've done is I've broken out what we consider an outlier, and to create that, we had to implement some logic that I guess had some triggers or had some benchmarks that deemed a particular result as an outlier. And you'll see here that we have a separation between what is a non-outlier versus an outlier, and you can see that via a change in color. Now, the great thing about this, though, is that it is totally dynamic. So what we can do is we can see how our outliers change over time, and you'll see here that the outlier benchmarks, I guess, stay the same, but you'll see here that it dynamically changes. So we can see, okay, well, what's the makeup of our results, and then how many outliers are there in any time period versus another, etc. And you can also see how these change over time. Maybe you actually change something within your business, change something, change some sort of underlying trigger, and that's going to have some outcome on the outlier results. But then we want to actually dive deeper, and that's some of the core, the key techniques I want to showcase. How can we look underneath these numbers and understand, well, why are we actually seeing them? And within some of these other visualizations here, we're drilling down into who are the outliers. In this case, it's just customers. So we're understanding, okay, well, why are they an outlier? We've got the underlying numbers in terms of their margins and also the sales that we're receiving from them. And then we're also trying to see through time how these how our outlier customers versus our non-outlier customers perform. So we can actually see, okay, well, is there any trend, and is there any way that we might be able to predict when an outlier might occur based on some information that is happening over time. Then we also have some other information here. So, okay, well, what product groups, what priced products are causing these outliers? Because if the benchmarks for our outliers are to do with profit margins and total sales in a particular time frame. So I'm trying to understand, okay, well, is there a grouping of products that these outlier customers generally buy, and we can see how it changes through time. We can also see, well, is there a difference in terms of where these outlier customers are located? Etc. And so that's what this visualization is for as well. So look, there's to create these calculations, whilst this visualization may seem relatively simplistic, is not actually that easy, and it's actually you need to implement quite advanced techniques to actually achieve these. And so that's the exciting thing that I'm looking forward to showcasing the most, is how you can really drill into these specific outliers and then showcase them in a really compelling way. So that you can understand them. You can understand what these outliers are and how they are impacting your overall performance. Okay, so that's enough of a summary of what the workshop's going to be all about. The workshop's going to run for about 45 minutes to an hour, and there'll be time for questions once I do a bit of a demonstration. If you register, you also receive a replay and the resource that we're looking at right now, so you'll be able to review the work that we do during the session, and also go over it at a later point if you want. If you want to register, I'll leave a link down below, so you can. This is totally free, 100% free, so anyone who is watching this video or jumps onto the registration page can come to the event. And that's about it. Really look forward to seeing you there, and if you have any questions, certainly let me know in the comments below. I'll see you soon. Cheers.